Hey up guys! So today's movie I'm discussing on the channel is the feature debut of Lila Neugebauer called Causeway. The film stars Jennifer Lawrence as our protagonist Lindsay, who served in the US Army as a water systems engineer and was also involved in a vehicle explosion somewhere in Afghanistan. So she was sent back to Louisiana to recover. The film starts with Lindsay being reintroduced to civilian life. Only thing is, her injuries from the explosion damaged her brain and her motor skills, so Lindsay needs help from a carer for the first few months because she can't brush her teeth or bathe herself, so yeah, she needs help. Lindsay values her independence, so she is determined to recover as quickly as possible and re-enlist in the US Army as quick as she can. Only thing is, she can't do that without a doctor's note saying she's fit for active duty. So whilst her body heals, she moves back in with her mother, she gets a part-time job cleaning pools, and befriends a mechanic called James, who's played by Bryan Tyree Henry, who has some damage of his own, and the two strike up an endearing friendship. And that's it. That's kind of the plot. That's basically all there is to it. That might be it as far as plot goes, but when you've got compelling characters and good writing and good actors, that's really all you need. If you've got those things that I just mentioned, then I can be perfectly happy watching a film where it's just characters sitting around, hanging out, or waiting for a bus. And as soon as I saw that it was a tag team of Jennifer Lawrence and Bryan Tyree Henry, I was like, yep, I am on board for whatever this movie is. And I'll say this, it's a very good debut feature from Lila Neugebauer. Simple story, delicately shot, and anchored by two incredible performances. I saw Causeway for the first time at TIFF, but I liked it so much that I went to watch it again at the London Film Festival. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you'll know that I love Jennifer Lawrence, and she has been a little bit absent for a while. She's been busy getting married and having a baby, and yes, she did come back for the all-star cast of Adam McKay's Don't Look Up, which many saw as like a comeback role for her. I don't really class that as a comeback role. Like, it's one of those parts where it feels like any actress in Hollywood could have done it, and the only thing that Jennifer Lawrence brought to it was the fact that she's Jennifer Lawrence, some A-list clout. So yeah, this however, Causeway, feels more akin to Jennifer Lawrence's early work, like Winter's Bone. Like, it's a much more reserved and muted and delicate performance, which I really did enjoy. It's just a very reserved, naturalistic performance. There's no big emotional, shouty moments or anything like that. It's all quite calm. But yeah, she delivers a very measured, very internalized performance here as Lindsay. I'd say it's the best Jennifer Lawrence performance I've seen since Mother. And then there's Bryan Tyree Henry, who is magnificent as always as James. He really is earning himself that old reliable reputation in the film industry. Like, whenever Bryan Tyree Henry is in something, I'm immediately like 50% more excited to watch it because he's in it. And as James, this is another deeply subtextual performance from Bryan Tyree Henry. You can tell from the way that he carries himself, the way he talks, the way he interacts with Lindsay, that he's got scars of his own. I'm always impressed by Bryan Tyree Henry's ability to convey so much without words. And Lindsay and James are a lovely pairing of two characters, performed by a lovely pairing of two actors who are very much beloved. And you can tell that Jennifer Lawrence and Bryan Tyree Henry really did trust each other. They really took the time to listen, to let a scene breathe. They weren't afraid to pause and let a moment unfold naturally as it's happening. Could we be looking at some Oscar nominations for the two of them? As much as I love Jennifer Lawrence's performance, and I think she would be worthy of a nomination for this performance, I'm not sure Causeway has made a big enough splash in order for her to get a Best Actress nomination this year. Besides, Best Actress is an insanely stacked category this year, and compared to like the mega emotive performances of Daniel Deadwyler and Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh, I'm just not sure Jennifer Lawrence has enough big emotional moments, you know, to really grab people's attention. It's not really an Oscar baity clip type performance. It's so much more softer and subtler and more muted. And as much as I would love to see more softer, subtler, muted performances acknowledged at the Academy Awards, we're just going off like 90 plus years of Academy history and what they tend to nominate, because it's not a particularly grabby, showy performance. But it is powerful in its own right. It's just a quieter type of powerful. And the same thing goes with Bryan Tyree Henry. While he is absolutely deserving of an Oscar nomination for this performance, could he get into Best Supporting Actor next year? It seems unlikely, but not impossible. The problem is the movie itself hasn't had a whole lot of traction, but could it potentially start to snowball once the movie is released on Apple TV+? Maybe, but I can see Causeway being one of those films which just flies under the radar during award season. I do actually think that Bryan Tyree Henry has a stronger chance of getting nominated compared to Jennifer Lawrence for this film, just because Best Actress is so stacked and crowded, whereas with Best Supporting Actor, currently, the race is really wide open. Like, there isn't a lot of dead certs in that category yet, so it really is anybody's game, and like, it's about high time that Bryan Tyree Henry got his first Oscar nomination. Like, we should be living in a world where I can say Academy Award nominee Bryan Tyree Henry. Like, it just feels right, doesn't it? So why can't we just make it official already and do it for this year? But yeah, it's one of those nominations where I'm kind of manifesting for Bryan Tyree Henry. I want him to be nominated for this performance. Don't know if it's going to happen. I think it's probably not going to happen, but if he does get his name called out on Oscars morning, I will be elated. As for other Oscar nominations, now I don't really see it placing elsewhere. Again, it just hasn't made a whole lot of noise, Causeway, even though I do think it is a solid film. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Is Causeway going to get some Oscar nominations? If so, in what categories? Let me know in the comment section down below. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Yep, I've already watched it twice, so that answers that question. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? I recommend Causeway for people who like the performances of Jennifer Lawrence or Bryan Tyree Henry. They're both fantastic in this. But in general, I would say yes, I do recommend Causeway. It's a quietly powerful character study, which doesn't overstay its welcome. I did like that the film was just 90 minutes long. The art of making a 90-minute movie is something that's very rare these days, and it's just nice that Lila Neugebauer doesn't feel the need to expand the story any longer than it needs to. She gets in, tells the story, there's very little waffle, but it's really well done, and yeah, I like that it was a nice, short, crisp drama. But yes, I do recommend it. You can stream it on Apple TV+. And third question, what score to give it out of 10? A steady debut from Lila Neugebauer and 2 incredible performances from J-Law and Bryan Tyree Henry, so I'm gonna give Causeway a score of 7.5 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I do want to hear from you. Have you seen Causeway? If you have, what did you make of this film? Let your voice be heard in that comment section down below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, help me out by hitting that little thumbs up button. For more movie, TV, and Oscars-related content, don't forget to click subscribe, and if you want to follow me on any of my socials, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok, it's all in that video description down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time. Through my left today, that was a first. Probably was a bit of a limp throw, wasn't it?